lot of people were curious about the Nerf Regulator Select Fire 9-volt conversion. So I'm doing a little something new, and I have pretty much a full mod guide in this TikTok video that works for this and really almost any blaster. So that you can go from nerfing like this to nerfing like this. And now for the guide. Stock regulator. .6 volt regulator. We're going to do a quick overview of modding this regulator. I didn't film it while I was doing it because honestly, if you film everything all the time, sometimes that's not fun. You take out all the screws, take off this end cap, and open it up. Before you open it up, you will need to pull back this little jam door. When you first open it up, this will be covered because this will be a battery tray. This red wire and this black wire will be connected here. So you can take out all the metal that kind of goes with a battery tray, just bend the tabs and pop those out. I used a Dremel and just cut this off, and then you can put this aside. In this blaster now, you'll basically have a black wire and a red wire just bare. You'll take your wire strippers, you'll strip back some wire, give it a twist, and you will solder the red wire into the side marked positive and the black wire into the side marked negative. If it's not marked, the negative side is the pointier side. I have other videos where you can see me solder XT60 plugs. Use heat shrink or electrical tape, and there you go. In a normal, simple 9-volt mod, you would cut out this board, but there's a lot of extra wiring, and I am not too worried about going through this. A normal 9-volt mod, honestly, will probably last a long time. The regulator's a little different because we have this Select Fire board, which some people say is very delicate. It's not quite rated for a whole bunch of current. I do know of a few people who've been using this a long time with higher current, and I know a few who said it failed, so do this at your own risk. I got this blaster thrifted. It wasn't very much, so I'm honestly not worried about it. That is all we do here. Then I took this 9-volt rechargeable battery pack. Very, very similar voltage to the Percy's rechargeable pack. It comes with a connector, very much like the one built into the Percy's rechargeable pack. I cut that off, cutting one wire at a time and covering the wires as I cut them to make sure that these two wires never touch each other. Then, with one wire covered, I solder one into the other end of my XT60, and then I soldered the other one into the end of my XT60. Again, being very careful that these wires do not touch or that the solder doesn't link these two together. I may replace the board for a sturdier board at some point, but until then, I'm going to shoot a bunch of magazines every day and see how long this lasts. With the bottom out of this tray, we have plenty of room. And remember, this is not a LiPo, this is a 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride battery, like you would find in a lot of other toy electronics. Another option for power are these 9-volt battery trays off Amazon. You just wire this up the same way. I also dremeled out some of the lid of the battery tray. If you like this stuff, check me out on YouTube as well at Maritime Foam.